If you feel like you're not in alignment with the people and the circumstances in your life, then listen very closely to this video. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel where I talk all things self-improvement and mindset. Now, whether you feel like you have outgrown your friends, they aren't the right vibe for you anymore, or you keep attracting partners who are not the right one for you, or you keep getting yourself in situations that you don't really want to be in anymore, I want you to ask yourself, why am I attracting these people and circumstances? I want you to understand that there is a reason for absolutely everything in your life. It is no accident that these people are still in your life, or you are still experiencing these circumstances. Clearly, you are missing something in your own growth. There is a lesson in everything. I want you to ask yourself, what parts of you are these people and circumstances reflecting? What is this trying to show you? What is it revealing about your character? To understand why you are experiencing what you're experiencing, you need to dive deep to uncover why it aligns with you. The circumstances in your life and the people in your life are not just random events that are thrown at you. You can sort of view it like a story. It's all part of a story. Everything is sent your way to teach you something. Something. You just need to pay close enough attention to see what it is. You must reflect and be curious. What is this person trying to teach me? What am I learning about myself? All of the people in your life mirror back to you aspects of yourself. They are there for a reason. These relationships exist for a reason. The circumstances that you are in exist for a reason. So when you're trying to uncover why these people or circumstances align with you, ask yourself, are there any unhealed wounds that this is triggering? Is it trying to reveal some limiting beliefs that I'm not aware of? Is it trying to hint at your self-worth or your self-love? Is it revealing to you a toxic pattern that you are holding on to? Is it showing you that you are self-sabotaging in some areas of your life? You must really identify these things. I'll tell you one thing, if you think you have outgrown people and circumstances, but they are still in your life, you are not as healed as you think you are. Your ego might try to convince you and be like, oh, I'm healing, I've outgrown these people, these situations are not aligned with me anymore. Then why are you experiencing them? Why are you experiencing them? If you actually weren't in alignment with it, you wouldn't be experiencing it. If there was no purpose for these circumstances in your life to exist, they wouldn't. So don't let your ego trick you into thinking that you are not in alignment with the things that are going on in your life. Don't let your ego trick you into thinking that you are more healed than the people around you. Don't let your ego trick you into thinking that you have outgrown all the people in your life when that might not be entirely true. Like, have you ever experienced the end of a friendship and suddenly that person disappears from your life? Perhaps you used to see them in public often, or you live close to each other and you hear about them often, and then suddenly, nothing. There is a reason for this. When a person serves their purpose in your life, and that purpose has been served, it is done, it is complete, you have learnt your lesson, that person will go on in their own journey. You no longer need them in your life. The universe will remove connections when they are done serving their purpose. I know I've definitely experienced situations like this. Like, I used to have a work friend who I was pretty close with, and I would see them all the time. We would always get shifts together. Suddenly, we were no longer in touch. We stopped being friends. I never saw them. We still continue to work in the same place, doing the same thing, but we never got shifts anymore. Suddenly, I wouldn't see them anywhere. I wouldn't hear about them anymore. Even though we shared mutual friends, it seemed like they just disappeared. And that is why their purpose in my life was done. I learned my lesson. And with that particular person, it took me a little while to learn their purpose in my life. I had to do a lot of reflection, a lot of meditation on it, a lot of questioning my own values. And that's what's necessary when you're trying to understand why people are in your life and what they are trying to show you. You really have to sit with it and sit with how they impact you and analyze it. Literally analyze how the events in your life are shaping you as a person, what they are showing you about those deeper, more hidden parts of yourself. Are they showing you that you have some insecurities you didn't realize? What are they showing you about your own behaviors? There is so much to learn here if you take the time to actually observe. So I say reflection, 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 reflection. If you are going to get one thing out of this video, please make it be to do the necessary self-reflection, because that is how you learn and that's how you become more self-aware. So the first step to achieving that ideal reality in your head, the reality that you want to attract, the first step to achieving that is to understand why you are not. Why aren't you attracting that? What is the lesson in this current reality that you are in? Because from you to get from here to there, you need to learn the lessons. You need to take the steps. And you can speed up that process by by actually analyzing what is it that I need to learn right now, instead of blindly going about your actions until you finally learn a lesson. Sit and try to intentionally understand what you can learn from this reality that you're experiencing. If you want to attract your ideal reality, you must be in alignment with it. You must be in alignment with it. Your internal world must be in alignment with this ideal reality. Because the external, the world, the physical, everything that we see is just a reflection of the internal. Everything that you experience is just a reflection of what's inside of you. You attract what you are. The circumstances in your life directly reflect your internal world, conscious and subconscious. That's the scary part. The subconscious. Your circumstances are handed to you to teach you lessons to help expand your self-awareness. That's what this is, this game that we call life. It's just a series of events that are handed to you to help you become more aware and help you grow. And notice how I said conscious and subconscious. That means that the beliefs and the insecurities and the trauma that we subconsciously hold on to, we are not aware of, influences our external reality. It manifests in our behavior. It manifests in our thought patterns. And we aren't even aware of it. However, we can become aware of it. This is why the reflection is so important, because most likely a lot of the events in your life are pointing towards those deeper parts of yourself that you aren't aware of. It's trying to expand that self-awareness. So reflect and try gain the understanding, so then you can take more control over your external reality. Basically, if you want to change the external, focus on the internal. That is the only way to do it. Focus on doing your inner work and becoming that person who is in alignment with that reality. You can do this through a number of different ways. It all really depends on what you want. But it all begins with understanding. Understanding why you are in your current reality. Understanding what reality you want to be in. Understanding what is limiting you from being there. And understanding the steps that you need to take to get there. It can be summarized to a simple 4-step formula, and you know I love my actionable steps. I'm not about to just tell you a bunch of things and give you an insane amount of information without condensing it into actionable steps for you. So here are the 4 steps that are going to allow you to begin embodying that energy of what you want to attract, and therefore changing your external reality around you. The first is to recognize the patterns that are in your life. The second is to understand why those patterns are in your life. Reflect on what these patterns are trying to teach you. Because, like I was saying, every circumstance is teaching you something. But if there is a pattern in your life, a repeated circumstance that is ongoing, and you believe you have outgrown it, but it keeps showing up in your life, whether this be friends that aren't the best for you, partners who are a bit toxic, the universe is screaming at you to learn something. So looking for the patterns in your life is such an effective way of dissecting the lessons that the universe is trying to teach you. Thirdly, identify the qualities, the energies, the circumstances that you want to attract into your life. What is the ideal reality that you want to create? What type of people do you want in your life? What type of experiences do you want to have? And fourthly, work on embodying those qualities yourself. I mean, that honestly sums up the journey of becoming your best self or creating your best life. It's all about changing the internal, and then the external reflects that. And as you continue this cycle of growth, your life just gets better and better as time goes on. And this cycle is quite literally constant, because you are always growing and changing, learning more about yourself. Anyway, become really clear on what it is that you want to attract. If you want kind people in your life, become kind. If you want to attract more adventurous experiences, become more curious and spontaneous yourself. It all begins with you. Imagine your life as a garden. Just as a gardener tends to their garden, nurturing the soil, planting the seeds, removing weeds, you too must tend to the garden of your life. The seeds you plant represent your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, while the soil represents your inner landscape, your emotions, your mindset, your energy. If you want to cultivate a garden with vibrant flowers and thriving plants, you must tend to this garden, planting the seeds with intention and taking care of it over time. The same thing applies with your life. If you want to experience positive experiences and fulfilling relationships, you need to plant the seeds within you that align with those. You need to work on your thoughts. You need to create a positive inner landscape by nurturing your thoughts and emotions that align with those desires. You got to nurture those positive thoughts, release those negative beliefs, and take actions that align with your intentions. As you continue this process, you will start to see the fruits of your labor manifesting in your physical reality. Don't you see? It's all about the internal. Now, when it comes to understanding how our internal growth impacts our relationships specifically, we must delve into the realms of social cognitive theory and the similarity attraction effect. There are scientific theories that prove your internal world matters, especially when it comes to attracting the right type of relationships in your life. Psychologist Albert Bandura's social cognitive theory shows us that our learning isn't shaped solely from our own experiences. Instead, we learn a lot from observing the actions and outcomes of other people. The qualities and traits that we admire in other people often become the blueprint for our own behavior. This theory basically stresses the importance of social settings, saying that we learn a lot from other people and that other people learn a lot from us. So when you begin to embody these traits of this ideal reality that you want to be in alignment with, you will cause a ripple effect on those around you in your life. You will actually teach them and help them grow through your own internal work, allowing them to grow with you whilst simultaneously attracting those who already embody those qualities that you have. Just by embodying those qualities that you want to attract, you can actually influence the people who are already in your life to enhance those qualities within themselves. On the other hand, the similarity attraction effect suggests that people are naturally drawn to people who they perceive to be similar as themselves, which clearly states that when you embody the qualities that you want to attract, the people who already have them are going to be naturally drawn to you. They're going to see themselves in you. They will be more curious, they'll be more interested in you, as opposed to somebody that they had nothing in common with. By embodying the qualities that you wish to attract, you create a resonance that naturally draws like-minded people to you. For example, if you seek to be around intellectual people, you can consciously engage in activities that will foster your own intellectual growth, like studying different topics, attending lectures, engaging in thought-provoking conversations. By doing so, you're not only expanding your own knowledge, but you are signaling to others your commitment to your intellectual pursuits. So you're much more likely to attract those people who share that passion. So basically, these two theories are showing that by aligning your internal qualities to match your external reality, you not only shape your own behavior, but influence the behavior and perception of other people around you. And this extends further than relationships, because say you start to work on your internal world to attract the right people into your life. That in itself naturally paves the way for better circumstances and opportunities to manifest, which leads you closer and closer to your ideal reality. I know this kind of seems like a lot, but let's bring it back to those actionable steps. This is my homework to you, so let's go over it one more time. First of all, recognize the patterns in your life. Secondly, reflect on why the patterns are in your life. What is it trying to teach you? Thirdly, identify the qualities and the energies that you wish to attract. Fourthly, work on embodying those qualities yourself. Now, with all that being said, I hope it is really clear to you why you must work on your internal to influence your external. Literally, be the energy that you want to attract. Anyway, I hope this video was so helpful for you guys. Thank you for your time as always. Sending you so much love. If you want more self-improvement content from me, check the link in my description for my socials. And with that, I will see you in the next video.